Anybody around yet? I'm like 5 minutes early. Mic check, mic check. Dead air. Wait for some people to get in here. Come on, people. Two minutes. T minus 2 minutes. I don't know. Maybe Sunday afternoon isn't the best time to do these. What do you think? Oh, oh. Oh, come on. I can't be this boring. Got 970 subscribers, and there ain't nobody in here. Can you hear me all right there, brain fried fish? You're the first to make a comment. Yep. And I'm a little white. Move this light over. Yeah, so what's going on, man? I'm assuming you're a dude. Well, yeah. It's just the highlights are. See if I can reduce the intensity of the light. Oh no, that's not going to work. That's horrible. Yeah, now I look like I'm in hell. Hold on, let me set this. Mechanical difficulties. That's even worse. I don't know. I've got this light that's a it's just the brightness I can't control. So I'll just, you know what? I'll just turn the damn thing off. Yeah, it looks better, don't it? A little bit of light. How's my day been? It's been all right. I don't have to work today, so that's always a plus. You see my damn stitches? Look at that. Almost, dude, there was blood everywhere when that happened. Jeff, what's happening? Who are my favorite recovery YouTubers? Yeah, I'm friends with LD. I'm friends with Slayer. Friends with Backcountry. I used to talk to Backcountry a lot, but he's kind of his channel's gotten so big. It's like, I'll send him an email and he'll get around to it, whenever he can. So yeah, I mean, I slipped on some Wesson oil or cooking oil, whatever that was on the floor, and my daggone hand I fell through the china cabinet, missing the china, smashing a family heirloom. Luckily, I was able to fix it with glue, but when I pulled my hand out, I mean, there was blood everywhere on the carpet, bathroom, my room, everywhere. Skyla, what's up? How are you doing? Jeff, I lacerated it. I got 12 stitches in there. Can I speak on relapse? Relapse sucks. I'm in AA, so it's like I try to follow those tenets and principles, the 12 steps. Um, but it's just, there's just been so much going on with this prostate issue that there's been some fault. There's been intermittent slips, a day here, a day there. You know, I think I got like a couple of weeks, like right now. I mean, where I haven't had anything at all. It was almost like I was drinking normally, but it gets out of control real fast. Yeah, I was supposed to get the stitches out Tuesday. I'm gonna have to go to the emergency room because my primary care physician has COVID, so I can't just go down there and have them take them out. I'm gonna have to go early in the morning while there's no action at the ER, hopefully, and have them taken out. They just snip them and just pull them out. But this scar is gonna be fucking gnarly. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, if I'm gonna have it out or if I'm gonna have what's called a HIFU procedure where I would have to go to Chapel Hill, North Carolina to have it done, where they focalize the treatment using ultra sonic waves, sound waves to heat up the cancerous tissue and it burns it out. So that's what I want to do. I don't want to lose my sex drive, my libido. I don't want my ding-a-ling to shrink down. I don't want none of that. I'm too young for that. Did I know Dirk? No, I did not. But he was one of the first inspirations um, for my channel. He was an inspiration to LD. He was an inspiration to especially Backcountry and Slayer Sober. It'll happen because it's a muscle. And if you don't exercise it, if you don't, for lack of a better term, get erect, normally it atrophies just like any other muscle. Now, if they take it out, they take that prostate out, they can give you home, it's like a diabetic. They give themselves once a day injections that will give you an erection to flex it, to keep it. Yeah, I mean, it's embarrassing, but I mean, if it comes down to being dead or sober or I'd rather be sober and cancer free than drunk and shot full of cancer. It's considered a two. It hasn't spread anywhere. It's just in a gland. Yeah, brain fried. It's not that. It sucks. Hey, Laura, how you doing? I have fun shooting myself in the dick with like a diabetic syringe, Skyla. Having to get a catheter, you know, figure out, you got to wear that for 10 days. They punch like 6 holes in your abdomen and use a thing called a Da Vinci robotic device to remove it. And then they got to attach your bladder to what's called the pipe that would bypass the prostate. So but the nerve sparing surgery, they're cutting through. Those nerves are invisible. I don't know. I was on Slayer's Live and asked him. Um, I think it's possible that maybe alcohol did give it to me because I don't have it in my family. There's some drinking in the family, but my dad has what's it's called what is it? Benign prostatic hyperplasia. It's just age-related prostate enlargement. It's benign. It's not cancerous. I mean, the catheter thing, after they take it out, I'm not worried about the pain because they'll morphine you up and then give you probably take home meds for that. But it's the sexual side effects that I'm most worried about. Yeah, alcohol causes all kinds of cancer. Stomach cancer, liver cancer, pancreatic cancer, throat cancer, esophageal cancer, neck and head cancer, tongue cancer, probably penile cancer. Thanks, Laura. Jeff, it's not so much scary as it's just the treatment that I want to do. They always want, doctors always want to get in there, you know? It's always they want to get in there and mosh. That's what they do. They get in there and mosh the hell out of your organs, and then they stitch you up, send you on your way, and you're good. But the fact that I'm in my early 50s, they want to do surgery first, and then what they'll do is called salvage radiology. They don't want to do it backwards. They don't want to do the radiation first and then the radical prostatectomy second. They said there's too many complications. I do have a home group. I haven't been since I've been going through this mess, then with my wrist and doctor's appointments, you know, seeing a psychiatrist, you know, for helping me with adjusting to this prostate thing. Thank you, Catherine. It's good to see you. How many we got in here? 7? That's not too bad. Not for me. Skyla, what have you been doing out there in Huntington Beach? Thank you. I only got one. I don't take flu vaccinations. I only had one COVID vaccination, and the second caused me to feel so sick, I'll never get another one. And I've had COVID once. I had the Omicron variant, which was very mild. It only lasted 3 days. Had a mild runny nose, cough, very low grade fever, nothing, you know, life threatening. But I appreciate everybody showing up here. It's always a good time. I got one more for my mother than for me because when I visit or whatever, she's got COPD. She never smoked, but her parents did, and her first job in an office, that was back when all the men smoked. People smoked everywhere. like back in the early 70s to mid, I don't know, whenever they banned smoking or whatever. So it was all side stream smoke. Plus, her parents smoked, so she was subjected to all that shit. I didn't want to give her, I wanted to keep the COVID away from her. No, actually, there is it's a different virus. The shape is different. It almost looks like a sea urchin. Let's not get political on here. I don't want to get a strike. Am I still going to AA, Laura? Yep. I just haven't been to a meeting in a while. I got a bunch of sober days, but I'll pick up a white chip and start over. Yeah, doctors did smoke. Doctors, nurses, people that knew the risks. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? What was my rock bottom? I mean, I don't know. I coming close to losing a job, maybe being sent home because I had drank the night before and was on some sedatives. And according to the boss, I didn't look right. Yeah, everybody smoked. Everybody, you can smoke on airplanes, trains, automobiles. Actually, this cup, I got 3 of them. This is from the treatment center that I went to, that I've been to probably 10 times. I mean, everybody has their own personal bottom. You don't have to end up under an overpass in a trench coat with a bucket hat on, with one red shoe, one green shoe, and a bag with a bottle in it before you hit your bottom. You can stop. You can stop digging anytime you want. OG, Mr. West, what's up? Good to see you again. Glad you could join us. Now we got 12 people in here. That's pretty good for me. Yeah, when you were saying you were in Oregon, I thought you said you were in Illinois. Huh. That's funny. BFF. That's what I'm going to call you. Best friend forever. I have more cups than those, but I left them there. Forgot to bring them home. Because it's near the water, it's got a boat sail on it. That's not vodka, it's water. Skyla. That rehab sucks. I had better insurance at the time with Blue Cross. Once they know that you got Blue Cross, even though if you go in there, because the food is It might as well be Alpo. That's because that's what it looks like. It's mystery meat shit. Like every time you go and eat, the only thing that was edible is was the breakfast. And I would load up on breakfast. If they had toast, I would hide it somewhere. If they had bacon, I would hide that somewhere so I could make like BLTs. I would take lettuce and I'd take tomato. I'd hide all that shit. I was jailing it basically, making my own improvised food because it was so bad. That's the only reason I would never stay past, the 28 days is because I would lose too much weight. I told them the food sucks, and I said, "Don't bother me with your spiel about staying. You know I'm not going to stay." Finally, they just quit doing it. So it was like a 9-day detox. But everybody else, if they knew they had good insurance, they would do everything in their power to keep those people there. They would bounce them from counselor to counselor, give them the runaround. If they just wanted to go home, they didn't want to be there because the place was filthy, really. Cheryl, what state do I live in? North Kakalaki. Yeah, one night we thought we were going to get pizza because somebody on the cooking staff quit, and we didn't get like our dinner until it was like 9:30. And somebody said we were going to get pizzas. They were going to buy them. They got chicken wings. They just stayed there and made them, and they were awful. Yeah, it was like a jail spread. I had this locker I would hide my food in. I would hide all my snacks in my room. You weren't supposed to take food back into the room, but I had hiding places in the ceiling. And I've never been to prison. I mean, I've been jailed like once on a DWI, but you just have to survive. Ashland, or you mean Asheville? Oh, no, BFF. Nah, it's the spiritual aspect of it is what turns a lot of people off. I get that because I'm not the most spiritual person and have had trouble finding a higher power. Yeah, I watch a lot of prison content, so it's like or the prison genre, and just it sounds like it's just a madhouse. Like if you don't click up with somebody, you're just swimming in a pool full of sharks for sure. I guess that's where that's anywhere. I think North Carolina is pretty. I wouldn't say tame. Florida is probably pretty bad. Any of the red states are bad. But even though California is a blue state, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, I'm over it too because there's so much drama. I mean, some of it, yeah, people bickering amongst themselves, cell soldiering, just saying, who's done the most time, or who's the hardest Sereno, who's the hardest Norteño. It's just, I don't know. there's some good stories about the prison gangs. I mean, that's kind of like, as a journalist who's not really practicing right now. I mean, I was a crime reporter, and I mean, I would have to cover that stuff. So I'd watch documentaries that journalists have done about, you know, places like Pelican Bay and Corcoran, like the shoes and all that. Oh God, yeah, there is just too much shit talking on there. Between all that, all the that's one thing about the sober channels is that the little circle that we've got, there isn't any drama. It's an uplifting kind of situation. Lockdown 23 and 1. Yeah, I like Josh. He's a nice looking guy too. I think he's got like 900 something subscribers. So he's balling it, I'm sure. And he does like his courtroom decor like analysis. That's always funny. Yeah, Josh lives somewhere. He's from Virginia Beach, but I think he lives in Tennessee, like Eastern Tennessee, because I've seen him up there driving his Charger around up in the mountains. And when he smokes people, that's always funny. Whenever anybody goes in front of the honorable, what's her, Judge Boyd, the smoke's coming. Thank you, Rob to Ruins. I'm assuming you're British or Australian or South African if you're calling me mate. Or Irish or from Manchester, Wales, somewhere. Al 8814. I like the murder investigators. There's a really good channel, That Chapter. He's a funny dude. Mike O, the host of that show, he's got like over 1 million subscribers. He's another guy that does his homework. And he's funny. He balances like the seriousness, with just the wink wink kind of sense of humor. Yeah, he's got one of the best channels on YouTube, like for true crime for sure. Yeah, I've heard of that. There's also or Crime Chronicles, or I think it's like an aggregate of a lot of these different crime channel, prison genre channels where it's all just the best of the best. And I watch Boxer Enriquez's channel, even though I don't necessarily agree with, well, I don't know. He decided he was done. He was going to get whacked anyway. Why is it that BFF says, why is it that some AA people talk down on therapy? I don't know. Because they think they're like, I don't mean to offend anybody, but Bible bashers, you know, they don't they're against science mostly and facts. Not yet. No, it's gonna take another year because I messed it up this past year. I can't go into a licensed DMV hearing, put my hand. You got to swear under oath. So for some reason they suspected these people are trained. They're like investigators to watch body language, to watch eye movements, eye contact. You know, just they're trained to read that stuff. And it's like they know when somebody's not telling the truth. So I mean, I want to be able to go in there, clear conscience, and tell them I ain't had nothing to drink. And I got some AA people here as my witnesses to tell you that. All right, OG West, you take it easy. I'll be checking your channel out. Live was cool today. I'm glad you reciprocated. Yeah, you have to put your hand on the Bible because they record it and they transcribe everything. And if you're found out somehow that somebody knows that you lied for sure, you can catch a perjury charge. Yeah, that's why I'm not, willing to risk it. I don't want to. I don't want to fool with the DMV any more than I have to. They're a pain in the ass. I think nationwide, it's one of those places you don't want to go. It's like the post office when it's backed up. And the people hate people that work there, and you wonder why. Because people can't stand the people that work there. Bunch of assholes. So, what else you guys want to know? I don't want to be on that long today. My arm's starting to hurt sitting in this chair. Let me check out. Let me go up the comments here. See if there's anybody I have left out. No, I think what's for dinner? I don't know. I don't know yet. We had North Carolina, the right kind of barbecue. That's right, with vinegar for lunch. How do you choose a good sponsor? Go to different meetings. After the meeting, talk to the chairperson and they'll introduce you to some people. You can get temporary sponsors. Like I don't have a sponsor right now. I haven't had one in quite a while. That's probably why I haven't been able to completely stay sober. I don't know where that is. I'm not sure where you are, BFF. Where are you? Just go to a lot of meetings and mingle, you know. Backcountry's not really into AA. He doesn't go anymore, but he said it helped him a lot in the beginning. No, no, it's South Carolina barbecue is probably close to North barbecue or Southern style barbecue, where they make it. They use a vinegar base. They don't use like that red shit that they use in New York. Yeah, the outer LHM. Yeah, the Outer Banks used to do a lot of surfing up there. Cape Hatteras, Kitty Hawk. That's a cool place. Except when hurricanes hit, they're in deep shit. How many days sober are you? I don't know. I'll have to go back on the calendar and look. Whole hog, vinegar based. Yeah. People from up north hate it. People from down south hate northern barbecue. The funny thing is, like Cracker Barrel is pretty much that greasy southern style, southern cooking. And people up in New York, like I-95 will go like all the way up there. There's Cracker Barrels all the way in New York. All right, Skyla, peace out. Thanks for dropping in. I'm getting ready to wrap this up anyway. Tell some people about the channel. Like, share, subscribe to videos. I just put a new video out. I got a short that I did, and then I did one today. Yeah, I need to start eating more healthy. I don't eat enough fruit. All right, Catherine, you too. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'll post another message up on the community post before I go live again. Till then, as always, stay tuned. Come back. And I'll see you clowns later.